Well, here in the seat of Goldstein, this is being fiercely fought between the Liberal Party and the Independent, backed by Climate 200, of course, Zoe Daniel. The campaign says about 30% of her money comes from Climate 200, the rest is locally raised. It is very much one that is in play. Another warm day here in Melbourne, another massive day as well as pre-poll. The queue is going right down the street, and that's where it's been all afternoon. I spoke a short time ago to Zoe Daniel as she was on the sidelines talking to voters before, and she stepped aside for a quick chat. Zoe Daniel, thanks for your time. I know a very busy period. This is a 50-50 pre-poll booth last time, so a great indication. What's your vibe on whether there's a change from voters?
It feels very similar to last time here. This is a big booth. It's also in the heart of Brighton, so I think there are different demographics in other parts of the electorate, but obviously people come here to pre-poll, so it is a reasonable indicator. The vibe on the queue is very positive. As you can see, a lot of people are pre-polling, so those numbers are going to be big. But yeah, just good vibes actually at all three booths. How are you girls? Are you first time voters?
These two are.
Exciting. Got a plan? All set?
Yes, we do.
Very good.
What about a change in issues? Obviously, there was a lot of talk of climate last time. Do you feel as though you've had to sort of adapt a bit to the issues that voters are concerned about?
Look, obviously no one's a single issue candidate, and I had several pillars in my campaign last time, one of which was prosperity and economy, and obviously cost of living and the economy is really front of mind for people, and I think that's been compounded with Donald Trump's behaviour, because a lot of people in this electorate have sort of differing impacts of actual cost of living, but have real economic concerns and consider the geopolitical environment. So that's coming up a lot.
Okay.
But I think too that people can think about more than one thing at a time. And I think people also understand that the impact of climate disasters is affecting the cost of insurance, that if they put solar panels on and get a battery, that'll reduce their cost of living because it reduces cost of energy. So all of these things intersect.
I guess some go up and down, even if they're still concerned about them.
Of course they do. Of course, but you know, if you look at the top three issues in the electorate, the top one's cost of living, the third one is still climate in Goldstein.
We had one voter before saying, I was thinking about voting for Zoe Daniel, but I'm just not sure what she'll do with the balance of power. Is that something you feel like you could have been clearer on, whether it be picking a side, for example, on what will happen in a hung parliament?
Well, I don't think it would be particularly responsible to pick a side before the votes are even cast. I think that would be making a big presumption about what the pattern of voting might be across the country, about what the pattern of voting might be in the electorate. I mean, I promise people that I will take a reasoned position on everything, as I've done for the last 3 years if I'm re-elected.
If there's a national mood that's going one way, that you'll try to respect that essentially.
I think there's several parts to that decision making, and I don't assume I'll be there. If I am, I'm very grateful. One is the various policy pieces, and people know what my pillars are, and if I'm voted in based on those, then that reflects a mood in my electorate for those things. Okay. There's also therefore then how people vote in the electorate and what the shape of that is, and then there's what the numbers are nationally. I don't think you can prejudge it. I honestly don't, and I'm genuinely do not have a decision either way because I don't know all of those things today.
Okay.